today is the last day of notes for this semester. I'd hope you'd pay attention. Really. So, studying for the test on Friday, and then I haven't decided how I'm doing the next 2 weeks. But basically, it's either going to be work days or studying for the final. So. Okay, so number 1 is telling me that I have an angle that's in between pi halves and pi. So I'm going to go label this. So because it's in between pi halves and pi, I'm going to draw my triangle right here. This is my angle. Sine, remember, is opposite over hypotenuse, so this is 4 and 5. 3 pi halves is I'm counting by... Yeah. Because this gave it to me in pies. Oh, my bad. 2 pi. And then remember, we're going to need the quadratic formula. So 4 is just going to be my A. I'm solving for B, and 5 it will be my C. The hypotenuse is always my C. 4 squared is 16. 5 squared is 10. What do I want to do? Yep, subtract 16.
Whoa, miss.
What?
You were just on the other page.
No, I wasn't. Jerry, why are you the only person surprised? Huh? Today. I need to calm down. So, when I go to put my 3 on this graph, because it's actually a coordinate plane now, it's moving to the left for the side length. So this is going to be a negative 3, because the x's measure negative over there. Thank you. What? It's radical 9.
What's that radical 9? I mean, what's that negative 16 over the radical 9?
No. It's just a negative 16. New line. Radical 9.
Oh, okay.
Mercedes, can you make sure these letters go to the students? Thank you.
Wait, so what was your final thing for grade 3?
Huh?
What was your final thing for grade 3?
I took the square root of 9. Because it's on a coordinate plane this time. X, Y. Everything we've ever graphed on before. Because x's are negative on the left side. No, because y's are positive, because they're going up. So it's a radian, it doesn't matter. The slanted line will always be positive. So then I'm going to go through, and it wants me to find the other 5 trig functions. I'm going to start with the opposite of sine, which is cosecant. And I just literally switch those two. Yep. Cosine is going to be... On the test, I have this that I'm going to give you. It's got sine is opposite over hypotenuse, all that stuff. I'll give this to you probably tomorrow when I give you the reviews. What? Yes. Okay, cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse, so this is going to be negative 3 over 5. The opposite of cosine is secant, so I just flip the fraction. Then I need to find tangent. That's opposite over adjacent, so my opposite is 4, my adjacent is negative 3. Cotangent is the opposite of tangent, so I flip those. And that's it. Questions on number 1? Okay. No. Okay, questions on number 1? Can I move on to number 2? Okay. I kind of want to know what it is, too. Can I move on now, Jerry? Okay. So then I'm going to do the same thing for number 2. I'm going to start off by drawing my grid. This one's going to be in between pi and 3 pi halves. So right here, it tells me cosine is negative 5 and then 6. Wait, what was it? What was inside though? Oh, okay. That's a weird shape. Okay, so then I'm going to use the quadratic formula to find my missing side. Adjacent over hypotenuse. So the side right next to it and the one right across from it. That's a really ugly 6, I know. Okay, then I subtract 25 on both sides. The only difference here is I have to be careful on whether my side lengths are positive or negative. Okay, then I go to take my square root, and this one just leaves me with the square root of 11. Okay, so then I'm going to start finding my other functions. I have secant, which is the opposite of cosine, so it's going to be negative 6 over 5. I can put the negative on the top or bottom, I just always put it on the top. Oh, this is also a negative 11, because this one is going down on the y-axis. Did you catch that, Stephanie? The square root's negative because it's going down. And down is like this, because that was from what it gave me. Because I told you the hypotenuse can never be can never be negative, so the other side has to be the negative one. Does that make sense? Okay. Then I'm going to find my sine, which is opposite over hypotenuse, so I have negative square root 11 over 6. I said I can move it to the top or bottom. I just like having my negatives on top. Okay. Then my opposite of sine is cosecant. I flip it, but remember when I have a radical on the bottom, I'm going to have to move it to the top by multiplying. No, the 6 isn't negative. I just moved the negative there. Then it'd be positive. That's going to happen in the next one I do. So when I go to find tangent, my opposite is negative square root 11 over negative 5. So double negatives is going to turn it positive. And then cotangent, I switch this. Still positive. 2 negatives always makes a positive. The negatives cancel out first, and then you move the 11. Does that make sense? Okay. Questions here. Okay, then take a few minutes to work on the 2 on the back.